Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 23. We are getting close to the season finale. I don't know if they're going to hype it. I don't know if they're going to give us something amazing, something out of this world, like, some of the season finales. But so far, everything is pointing out that they are just wrapping the things that we are being seen in this season. The license exam, the rescue of Bakugo, and of course the defeat of, the temporal defeat, the All for One. Because yes, as I said before, I don't think that guy is being defeated. So yes, everything is kind of, closing. We're getting ready for new adventures. That's my guess, because yeah, the manga, I know it's a lot longer than this. I have started to buy the manga until I bought the manga, but I not read it myself. I asked a friend to read it for me in case there is spoilers in that special volume. So I am completely unaware of anything that is happening right now. So yes, the manga seems to be a lot longer, and I don't think this is the end. But I cannot conceive a new thread, a new arc in which is going to be a lot more spectacular of what we have seen before, what we have seen in this third season. Everything seems to be a lot more calm. Of course, we're in this episode. We're going to see the fight of Bakugo against Deku. So yeah, that is important. That is something that is going to be very transcendent to the series, but I don't think it's going to last episode 23, 24, 25, and 26. I don't think so. That is not the way this series is working. It's not like Dragon Ball Z. Um, so I am still thinking, what the hell are they going to do with the last few episodes? Are they going to give us something else? Because they already gave us a filler episode. To be honest, a very boring filler episode. So I cannot see anything else that is going to happen in the short amount of time that we have left in this third season. So yes, it's something odd for me. It's something weird for me because I cannot think of anything else that they could give us in this moment. But yeah, I think I spoke enough about. Well, I didn't spoke enough about my thoughts in this particular topic. But yeah, I think I'm just blabbling now. So yeah, let's just cut this and watch the fight, which is something that I want to really, really see. Enough. So yeah, let's watch the episode, shall we? Holy! Yes! Oh, I knew it! Yes, I love how observant it is. Oh, holy! Okay, this is started way too fast. Holy! And they expect? Yes, exactly. They expect not to be seen? But man, this is epic! Oh! Oh, okay! He's started to fight back. Holy, this is intense! Okay. Holy. Okay, yeah, the sense of frustration. Oh. Okay, yes. This is deeper. Oh, crap. Holy. Okay, yes. This is a huge improvement. Okay, yeah, this is... Yeah, this is... Okay, this is a lot deeper than I expected. No, he just wants to... Okay, now he's starting to see why he wanted to fight, and he's accepting those feelings. Yes, exactly! Accepting the feelings. Oh, holy! Holy cow! Okay, yes! It's here. Okay. Oh boy! Holy! Okay, this is savage! Holy! Good lord, he's way too fast! He really has an amazing control over his quirk! Oh! Both are going all out! Oh. Boy, this calm moment. I get these calm moments are not that calm. Oh boy! Yes! Oh boy! Seriously? Okay, 5%. That is not 5%. Oh boy! Oh, 8%! Yes! Oh boy! Okay, we're improving now! Holy! Dude, this is amazing! Oh, come on! Oh boy! Yes, this is awesome! No! But dude, with the power of All Might, that 3% of difference is a lot! Holy! Oh, holy! Okay, those effects! Man! Oh, the fluidity of the freaking power, man! Holy! This fight! Holy! Okay, now Deku's taking this seriously too! Oh man, this is amazing! Yes! Seriously, man! Well, yes! Holy, okay! Dude! Oh! Come on! This is way too epic! This is really... Oh, he's going to use his fist! Oh! Oh! Okay! This is everything about this scene! It's amazing! Dude! Everything! The music, the visuals, the effects, everything! Oh! Holy! Oh! Holy! Dude, this is amazing! Yes, but you have the advantage of an amazing quirk. Oh, he's still blaming himself for what happened with All Might. Yeah. Okay. Man, everything about this scene is amazing. Yeah, that's Bakugo. Yes, of course. Okay, yeah, that's true. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Yeah, hopefully. Okay. Yes, yes, this is. Yes, this is something I love. This is something that this anime does so right. Of course. Yes. Holy. Holy. No, he's very angry. Yes, exactly. Oh. Okay, yes. It's kind of correct. Oh. Oh, yes, that is Aizawa for you. Yeah, that's something I expected. Who hit first? Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh boy. Oh. Holy, they are really strict. No, okay, but that's soft in comparison to what could have happened. Oh, come on! Well, yeah, at least it concludes the freaking... Well, the freaking battle, which is something I'm thankful. It's not a big of a cliffhanger than before. That it still doesn't change the fact that this is an amazing episode and I wanted to see more of that. Dude, it's awesome! Everything, not just the fight, but everything that surrounded the fight was awesome! Seriously! Oh, I want to see it again and again and again! Oh, yeah. Okay, let's not waste any more time. So, yeah, let's... well, yeah, as always, I'm gonna watch this again. See you in a bit. Oh, he's trying to learn. Okay. Is there going to be an answer to that, or you're just going to clean? What? Okay. Okay. Oh, what? Why? He needs to combine both styles, okay. But he still needs... Okay, enough about that, because, yeah, there is an extra scene. No, I'm sorry, an extra scene, the previous. Now, seriously, I'm gonna watch this again, and be back with my comments. Now, really, see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time, well, a second time the episode as a whole, and several times the fight between Kacchan and Deku, especially when Deku went all out, and I literally mean all out. But yeah, before that amazingness, let's go in order and scene by scene. Yeah, we start kind of in the same place that in the end of the last episode. Kacchan is explaining that yes, we're going to fight here. You need to go all out because something or another. Of course, Deku is refusing. He doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to get into trouble because yes, they are not supposed to even be there. Less, well, not even, of course, not even be there, much less being there fighting. So yeah, it's understandable why, and especially Deku no is not a violent person. He's a very calm person, a very analytic person. He doesn't want to use the violence unless it's absolutely necessary, like when it's a villain or something like that. He understands that if you are able to talk your way out, that's fine. If not, yes, you need to use force because that's the only resource you have left. So that's why Deku is refusing at first. But of course, there are deeper reasons behind this fight, which are going to be analyzed later on. At the beginning, it's just kind of an explanation. In the first moment, they kind of give you an explanation as to why Bakugo wants to fight. But it's not that deep, and it's not that important, let's say. It's not worth getting into trouble for a silly fight. That's what I thought at the beginning. Or that's what the show is trying to let you know. That yes, this is not important. This is just a brother trying to get rid of pent-up frustration. And yes, that is partially true. But again, this show does wonders with that. Because later on, we're seeing something a lot deeper, which is something I love about this show and something I really need to say, but I'm gonna wait until the end. So yeah, Bakugo obviously starts to attack. Deku knowing him so well that, yes, knowing that Bakugo is an expert, is an amazing fighter, is not going to do the same mistakes that he already did before. So yeah, he need to change his style, he need to change his reactions. And yes, the fight is still not that... I'm not gonna say impressive, because yes, the explosion from Bakugo are amazing, but it's not equally amazing. Only one of them is fighting, let's say, because again, Deku is still refusing to fight. He's just avoiding the attacks, and he's not answering the attacks. Of course, being this highly technological school, they have surveillance all around the campus, not just in the dorms. They are in the campus and all the different training areas they are using later on. For obvious reason, I don't think they had this amount of cameras, or robo cameras in this case, before the villains attack. Perhaps they do, perhaps they don't. I am still not sure. But yeah, of course, they have enough resource to do all that. Of course, this information is given to Aizawa, which is, of course, the teacher of Class 1A, and these students are Class 1A, so therefore he needs to fix them, let's say. He needs to let them understand that this is not a correct behavior. So he's frustrated because, yes, he's working, and his work is being interrupted by a bunch of kids that are just fighting. He doesn't believe much of that fight because obviously he doesn't know the reason behind that fight. He goes after them, but of course is stopped by a shadowy figure. I wasn't paying attention, or I wasn't paying that much attention in the moment that we saw the hand. I should have known that that was All Might's hand, thanks to the bandage and all that. I wasn't paying attention to that. I wanted to go back to the fight. So that's why I say, oh yeah, sure, whatever. Just give me back to the fight. So yes, he's stopped for a reason. Again, they are not telling us said reason in that moment. We return to the fight, and again, the only one who is fighting is Kacchan. Deku is just holding back. He's just trying to escape the punches or the explosions or whatever. And of course, Kacchan starts to remember all the things in the past, all the circumstances that lead to this. Because yes, Bakugo wasn't the nicest person, let's say, towards Deku. He wasn't. He was pushing him away. He didn't care about him. He just diminished every effort he made, everything he did back then. It was diminished by Bakugo. And Bakugo felt fine in that moment because he had an amazing quirk, and he wasn't going to be surprised by somebody who doesn't even have a quirk. The problem is here, and yes, I didn't understand that well until this moment. He was worried about something else from Deku. What frustrated me during the first fight between these two, in the exercise between these two, is the attitude of Bakugo. Bakugo was frustrated, Bakugo was angry because Deku tried to help him. I was angry against Bakugo back then during first season, and you saw that if you are following my videos from that point. But yes, I wasn't a fan of Bakugo. I wasn't. I found him annoying. I found him really, really a complete douchebag back then, because I didn't understand why you are so angry against somebody that wants to help you. I didn't understand that in that moment. I understand that now. But I'm going to reserve those thoughts until the end of the commentary, because yes, if not, I'm going to take a lot of time here. So yes, there is a reason, and I love said reason. Okay, yeah, the fight continue, but yeah, Bakugo is again frustrated because Deku is not fighting back. In this moment, we don't have an explanation of why. Because he wants to fight, he wants to get rid of all this pent-up tension he is having in that moment. He continues to fight, but the person he wants to fight against is not responding. And this makes him even angrier. Deku responds with a kick, and yes, it's amazing how he's able to push back the freaking arms of Bakugo and throw Bakugo back. But again, Deku is Deku. He wants to make sure that Kacchan is okay. But that frustrates Kacchan even more. And in this moment is when we saw Bakugo break. He breaks down for a moment. Everything he was thinking before, everything since he figured it out, that the power that Deku has is the same power as All Might. All that time, he deduced that long ago. That is my guess. Now, the information he got recently is just a confirmation of things that he knew before. Perhaps even from the beginning of season 3, or perhaps just when he realized the power of, or when he saw the power of All for One, that's when, yes, he completely understood that this is when his frustration became evident. Because All Might saw something in Midorya that Bakugo didn't have. Bakugo didn't understand why was that. Why All Might choose Midorya, somebody who he believed useless, somebody who wasn't able to fight at all, somebody who didn't have a quirk, somebody that was, according to Bakugo in that moment, inferior to him. Bakugo was a lot stronger than Deku. Bakugo was always trying to win, and his admiration of All Might was just as big as Midoriya's. Then why? Why he wasn't chosen? Why he wasn't acknowledged by All Might? And Deku was. That was the frustration behind that. And yes, even worse, Deku was given the opportunity of having the power of the #1 hero. An amazing strength, amazing speed, amazing reaction time, and yes, just as Bakugo said during the final exam, just power. All around power from All Might. And not only that, that is part of his frustration. Because now Bakugo feels guilty because he wasn't strong enough to stop his own kidnapping and stop the decay of All Might. Everything was accumulating during the license exam in that period. And I understand a little bit better why we didn't saw that, or why we didn't pay close attention to Bakugo during that test. Yes, this is unbelievable. This grew my admiration towards Bakugo a ton. As I said in previous video, he was never my favorite character. As I said in this same video, hell, I even hated Bakugo. I hate his character. But he has been changing in time. He has been changing because I understand better Bakugo. Again, he's not my favorite. Midorya is my favorite. And I don't think that is going to change unless they ruin Midorya, which is not something they are going to do. So far, nothing is pointing towards that. Nothing is pointing towards that, yes, they're going to ruin Midorya. No! So yeah, that's why Midorya is my favorite character, or I don't think anybody is going to take him down from that pedestal of my favorite character in the series. But Bakugo again is increasing a lot. So yes, and this is the moment that Deku understood why this fight was happening. And this is the moment that Midorya decided to fight back. And yes, he did start to kicking Bakugo in this moment. Perhaps to see if his shoot style is fitting in a combat situation, in a real combat situation, especially against somebody as powerful as Bakugo, because yes, Bakugo is something I have always accepted. Bakugo is powerful, Bakugo is agile. Bakugo is love. No, sorry, that is stupid. I don't know why I keep thinking of that. But anyway, yeah, this is when the fight kind of starts. They start fighting, but yeah, we see that Bakugo is amazing. He knows how to fight. He knows how to react against the qualities of Deku. He knows Deku well. He knows that he has an advantage in the air. Deku not much, at least not in this moment. And he takes the fight into the air and starts to kick and punch and the explosion and giving more force to his punches thanks to his own explosions without really damaging that much of Bakugo, of Deku. Yes, even not giving any time to react. Midorya is used to a style in which he analyzes his enemy and knows how to react thanks to the things that are happening in the fight, during the fight. But of course, against somebody as skillful and fast as Bakugo, his style comes out as slow. Hell, somebody as smart and as quick thinker as Deku is becoming slow because of the amazing ability, and I'm not saying power, amazing ability of Bakugo. That speaks volumes of him. Of both of them, actually, yes. So yeah, this fight is starting to get seriously good. Something better than anything we saw during the license exam. In the license exam, we didn't saw anything as spectacular as this. Of course, I'm not counting the fight against All Might against All for One. That was in a whole different level. It's not that a spectacular fight, but the feelings behind it are so huge, so massive that yes, that makes it one hell of a fight for all the emotional baggage that we have surrounding that fight. But this one is spectacular, and not only that, we're seeing a spectacular fight, but with amazing effects. Kind of one-on-one, a very spectacular one. And yes, again, the fight continues, the fight is starting to get really, really good, but we're seeing way too much skill from Bakugo. He's still insulting Deku. I don't know if to provoke him to get better or just because it's his style. It is hard to tell in this moment because, yes, both answers could be quite correct in this case. But he said something in here that makes Midorya react. Midorya has admired Bakugo from a long time. And this is something I did not understand at the beginning of the series, and I mean from season 1. The attitude that Bakugo took against Midorya because he tried to help him is because, for him, that was looking down to him. Always. I kind of understood back then, but never admired or never understood as a whole or completely understood that moment. Now that I know Bakugo more, it's a little bit better. He always has this attitude that I will win always, no matter what. I need to win because I'm powerful, because I'm great, and I don't need anybody else. This is, of course, the adults' blame too. Everything that they were saying about Bakugo is, well, kind of to blame his attitude, his crappy attitude that he had later on. But when somebody, let's say, as weak as Deku, because yes, Deku back then was pretty weak because he didn't have any powers back then, that offers to help you. Not a strong one. The strong ones believe that, yeah, you're too strong, so you don't need our help. His friends believe that. But somebody as weak as Deku offer his help. For somebody who all his life was so that you are the great, you are the best, nobody's going to be better than you. Yeah, it's an insult. Because it's, okay, what the hell? What are you? What do you know that I don't know? That you need to offer your help to me. Why? That's how I see this fight. That's how I understand this fight. Or not this fight, this feeling of frustration from Bakugo. And I think I finally got it right now. I think that's the reason behind all this hate towards Deku. He wants to make him so little for that moment not to be repeated. Of course, Midorya never thought like that. But Bakugo cannot read minds, and he will never understood that. And this is when Deku is kind of getting angry in that moment. He admired Bakugo. Yes, he hated that part in which he's insulting everybody and he's just doing this crappy attitude. But he admired too much that feeling of victory that always accompanied Bakugo. That's why he keeps so close to him. But in this moment, his emotions, his own emotions, his Deku emotions start to take control over his own self. And that's when he released more power than before. He was always controlling his power at 5%, which is not a lot. And hell, that's a lot of power. Because yeah, the 5% of this massive amount of power is a lot. But when you raise that power just a tiny bit, it's enough to really now make a competition against one of the most powerful members of Class 1A. And now we're starting to see just how amazingly powerful Deku really could become. Because the speed is increased, Bakugo cannot, it's not enough time to attack or counter-attack or whatever, because yes, he's way too fast. And now the heat is really impacting his arms, leaving a mark. Yes, Deku knows that he's too powerful in this moment. Deku knows that he's too fast in this moment. And he's starting to, yes, this fight starts to really kick it off with the amazing animation that we're seeing. That yes, Bakugo and Deku collide. And I love the freaking powers, the red and green is colliding. And the frames, all the frames that I've been using. Boy, it looks amazing. And again, Deku is way too fast. It starts to kick him really hard. And yes, it doesn't even give enough time to give a direct hit from the explosion of Bakugo. Said, oh no, it's not a direct hit. He's just kicking. And in the moment, before he could finish his own phrase, Deku starts to attack again with an amazing speed. And yes, now we're seeing the true level of fighting of these two guys. They start to fight against each other. They start to really fight. And that is when the fight, well, before that, when the fight really kicks in. And yes, the fight is amazing. Of course, Deku has a plan. Always have a plan. He takes the fight into the air to get a kind of sense of security in Bakugo, because yes, he knows that he's better in the air, especially with his shoot style. And he's starting to get ready to give his final blow. Deku has another plan. Yes, he cannot force his arm just as much as before. But that doesn't stop him from using it in a control emotion or in a control state. He's going to use only the 5% in his arms. And yes, this is when the freaking punch hits the face of Bakugo. It's amazing again. But Bakugo, being the amazing fighter and very resistant to pain, let's be honest, that must have hurt a lot. He turns around and grabs Deku and pushes him towards the ground, finishing the fight with a victory for Bakugo because he could restrain Deku. Yes, it's like 30 seconds of fight, but those 30 seconds are just unbelievably good. They are amazing, and I love this fight because it was spectacular, and it has a lot of feelings surrounding the spectacular fight. It wasn't just spectacular for the sake of being that. No, it has emotional baggage behind it. And yes, we're seeing this final moment, a very spectacular final moment, and that's when we saw All Might. He understands the frustration from Bakugo. He understands that. And he wants to ask All Might, why him? Why you choose him? He wants to hear that from the same person that they both admire. He said, All Might says, because you are too strong. You were too strong. And I want to give him a chance because he was way too heroic, more heroic than anybody else in that place. Bakugo counters that saying I was weak because I was allowed to get kidnapped and this caused your weakness state. And this is something that Bakugo needs to hear. This isn't your fault. You are strong. And this isn't your fault. This is something I was willing to do. This is something I needed to do. And yes, my powers were about to be finished. That was correct. I choose to let them finish in that moment because it was necessary. And he said that I focused too much on your strength, that I could not see how you were carrying all this terrible burden. Again, Bakugo is Bakugo. His attitude doesn't allow him to just cry in All Might. That's understandable. That's his attitude. But I guess this is something that Bakugo needed to hear, especially from All Might, that this wasn't his fault. You didn't cause the weakened state of All Might. This was something that was going to happen, no matter what. And yeah, this is kind of a more relaxed Bakugo after that, after all of this, really. And you're saying that, yes, both have characteristics of a great hero. This desire of winning and desire of help people. And you both recognize this. Because Bakugo was afraid, as All Might said, of the heart of Midorya. He was afraid that Midorya was this selfless, so selfless, that he's going to surprise it just for this selflessness. And Deku admired the desire of winning from Bakugo. So yeah, both recognize each other. But since they recognize both characteristics, this is going to push them to be the greatest heroes. That is what they believe. That's what they think. Or that's what All Might thinks. I love this character growth, or this character revelation even. And yes, Bakugo is more calm towards Deku, that yes, you need to get stronger and all that. And yeah, he understands that he needs to be, this needs to be kept a secret, that only few people knows, in this case, Recovery Girl, the principal, and of course, from the students, just him. Just Bakugo. And yes, he's going to keep it a secret. All Might is more thankful for that because he said, I should be begging you to keep that secret. But you just give it because, I don't know, admiration. He doesn't say admiration. He said another word. I think it was consideration towards All Might. But I think it's consideration that tends to the admiration. It's not just because, oh, it's going to be a pain in the ass to reveal it and all the consequences and yada yada. No, I think it's real admiration for All Might. It's kind of saying thank you for all you have done to us and this admiration that he has for All Might. They return, and now we see a more healthy relationship between Deku and Bakugo. Yes, they are rivals. They are not best buddies. And yes, oh yes, you are my best buddy. No, they are rivals, but a friendly rivalry again. It's not something I'm gonna kill you. I'm so angry against you. No, I'm going to be better than you. Both are saying this now, not just Bakugo, not just not just Bakugo. Deku is even finally getting to respond to Bakugo without this fear that we always saw in Deku's eyes. No, they are really treating themselves as equals. And this is a very, very healthy rivalry. Of course, the punishment is going to be there. Because yes, when we saw Aizawa back in the dormitories, he's just so angry against these two. That just, I don't know what I'm going to do. But of course, All Might explained that yes, this is kind of my fault. He said the adults, but I think he's feeling guilty towards that personally. Because yes, I didn't understand the level of frustration or the mental health from Bakugo. I saw the signs, but I never did anything else to solve said problem. So yeah, this fight is kind of my fault because I didn't do anything. Yes, he said that adults didn't do anything, but yeah, he kind of feels personally guilty. And my guess is Aizawa is still in the same boat or feels kind of in the same boat when this was explained to him. Because he also saw the signs and didn't do anything. So yeah, he kind of relaxed a little. But of course, they are not going to escape the freaking punishment. So, and again, Aizawa beat Aizawa, said, oh yes, you're going to be in house arrest. Who hit first? And Bakugo, of course, said, okay, it was me. Okay, Bakugo, you have 4 days of house arrested, and Deku, you're having 3 days of house arrested. You have to clean the place, you have to clean the dormitories in the morning and in the night. And yes, you're not going to go out. Yes. I love that. Yes, and of course, a written apology. That was true. Yes, it's understandable why. And of course, not only that, those injuries will not be treated by a recovery girl. No, they have to be healed naturally, unless of course they get worse and they don't recover at all. So they can go to the infirmary. Other than that, no, they need to deal with this because this is something they cause. It will be stupid. It will be against every rule we have been establishing in this world, or in this school especially, and especially against the character of Aizawa, that they will just be scotch-free. No, they need to be punished, and yes, it's a very light punishment when you think about it. It's not that much, but it's understandable. They go to sleep, and of course, that's when the episode ends. After we saw that, after of course the credits, we saw the extra scene in which we saw them cleaning the place and, of course, kind of discussing when nobody else around them the shoot cell. And yeah, for Bakugo, he's kind of sluggish because he can predict his movements because they are too wide or too big. But when he used his fist, it was enough to make him frustrated. This is something that he didn't saw coming. So yeah, we have a little bit of a more friendly rivalry here. I love that fact. Now, there are things I want to speak about in this episode. As I explained at the beginning, now this is an amazing character growth for Bakugo. Bakugo has been very frustrated during the whole third season. As I said before, my guess he was very certain that All Might gave his power to Deku from the beginning of season 3. That's why he was so frustrated in the pool episode. My guess this is something, a little bit of foreshadowing. Even if it wasn't in the manga, I think it was kind of foreshadowing from the writers of the show. They can do that too. And yes, after the kidnapping, after the rescue, this was confirmed. And during the whole license exam arc, they he couldn't act that much, and we didn't saw him that much because yes, he was frustrated. He wasn't the same as always. Now that he is more relaxed, my guess he's going to be a little bit better during the course they have to take to get the license exam, the provisional license. This again brings a lot to the table. Now Bakugo is a better character than before. He was improving a ton since season 2. But now they really bring a human side to him, more humane. As that's what I mean. Because even in season 2, even if you admire his sense of victory, his sense of never giving up, his resistance to failure, you still kind of see this crappy attitude during the sports festival and during the final exam. In the end, he improved a lot. Yes, he did. But still, you could see that. Later on, during the camp, he's still kind of relaxed, but not that much. He was still frustrated because he wasn't allowed to fight. He wasn't allowed to go all out, and he was to be protected in certain point. And he was frustrated because he believed that he was the cause of all my demise. Well, not demise, the power of all my demise. That's something I never understood before. I never understood that he was carrying all these under his shoulder. Well, not under his shoulder, above his shoulders. But this really, really brings a deeper meaning to Bakugo. You kind of understand better Bakugo. And this is something I love about this show. He's creating antagonists and he's creating characters deeper than the usual shonen anime. And again, they avoid a trope that I was afraid of. The villain trope, the rival villain trope, that yes, he's going to become a villain and all that. They escaped that trope since the beginning, or almost the beginning, or during the kidnapping arc of the season 3. But still, I wasn't completely sure about Bakugo. Now this clarifies everything about Bakugo. This gives me a better arc in 2 episodes of an antagonist, of a rival against the protagonist, than all Shippuden in Naruto. And yes, I know I bring Naruto a lot. But this is one of the best examples I could give why I dislike Sasuke. Sasuke is a rival poorly done, I think. Perhaps, again, I'm wrong and he's the best character that ever existed. But these are my personal thoughts. I hated Bakugo. I hated Sasuke because he was a crappy antagonist. Because he was a crappy rival. He was annoying as hell. Yes, everybody said that he was way too powerful because of a power that was given by him to nature, his eyes. But I hate him because he was such an emo, such a frustrating person that you should admire just because something. Yes, his past is a lot darker. I understand that. That doesn't change the fact that he became so annoying and such a big Mary Sue in certain point that yeah, it was just awful. He was just an awful person who never improved. Hell, not even when I saw, of course, the freaking the kind of prologue of Naruto in which he married, well, supposed to be he's married to Sakura, and they conceive a kid. I don't remember the name. Yeah, the kid. I don't remember her name. Sarada. That's the name. But you never saw Sasuke as part of the family. He never changed at all. He never earned the love of Sakura. And no, it's not. Sakura is another character that I really never liked that much either. Let's be honest, I never liked her that much. But again, the way that they portray that in the freaking manga of Naruto is awful. They are showing us an awful person in Sasuke. And I never changed my mind about Sasuke because he never changed. I read the manga. I couldn't stand the weight of the freaking episodes. So I read the manga. And yes, I said, okay, yes, I finished this. And yes, I still fucking hate Sasuke. I find him frustrating. He's an awful character, in my opinion. This is how you do an antagonist correctly. Yes, you understand the sense of frustration. Yes, you understand every pent-up thing that you see here. But they do something to resolve said pent-up anger. They do something else, not just doing stupid decision after stupid decision. This is why Bakugo is a better antagonist than Sasuke. And this is why Bakugo is now becoming among my top 5 favorite characters of the freaking anime. That's how well made he is. And this is why I love this episode. Man, that's why I love this episode. But anyway, yeah, I think I exhausted the topic of this episode. I hope you enjoy it. And as always, thank you for your comments, your likes, your views, and your subscriptions. If you want to be a subscriber, click on the button for subscription and on the bell so you can get notifications. And if you share this video, that will help me a lot more. If you want to follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description below. And of course, thank you so much, guys, for your attention. And well, see you on the next one. Bye.